humans, we are inherently biased, living beings, and the data that has been fed into AI was produced, by our actions and our decisions, and and so, but I believe, right, in when you are trying to teach your child to be, independent of any biases and intelligent and all that, you still may, but you don't know what they are hearing and listening in the school, and, what they're watching on TV or YouTube or whatever. And then that kind of, maybe develops their thinking, and there could be some bias in it and things like that. But then they also form like their opinions from it. And so with the AI application, very much similar kind of progression, I believe is being shown by AIs, where it is able to articulate, like what Madhu said, like, hey, here's the right candidate. But what a typical recruiter is used to seeing, or how they look at things and analyze things, that candidate is actually coming in the bottom of the list, and it's conflicting with the human general way of doing things. And so when we talk about deep bias and all that, that is like probably more like kind of machine learning and deep generative AI and things like that. In the HR and HR tool space, there's probably a safe bet to use a lot of rules-based application, and have the models be trained on data that is generally not like a resume. You don't need to train a data on a resume to make it intelligent. You can train it on a lot of other data sets that don't inherently have any bias, right? So then having those understanding, what's causing. So that's where transparency comes, right? If the transparency is just a component, it is not, a synonym to responsible AI, but transparency gives you a guide of like, hey, where it is going wrong, if it is unethical or if it is unfair.
It has to be embedded into the design itself there also, because when you create your machine learning model, right, you know what output you're looking for. The model will learn from output. But you need to have a different model, completely different model, looking at the output for biases in the outputs independently. Is there any bias coming out? So you have to have another model or another program algorithm looking for biases and explicit biases that shows up in the results. And that should be an input to the model itself, the original model itself. So you need to have an inherent design to actually identify any biases coming out of the result. That's number one. Number two, you should also have in-house auditing teams, bias audit teams. Alongside that, if you wanted to claim yourself reasonably responsible, you need to also have a third-party audits.